Yeah, so lately I've been getting into another hobby, and it's me kind of rediscovering my initial obsession of getting figures. Now when I lived back in Japan, I would spend a lot of time on those UFO catches, you know, the ones that you get like the 2,000 yen figure, but you spend like 50,000 trying to get it. Well, unfortunately, ever since I moved back, I can't really do that anymore. But then I started to think, what about 1/7 scale figures, 1/8 scale figures? And the push that I finally got came from another YouTuber, who is also into the Trail series. He's commented on some of my videos, very cool guy, a guy called Ken. This guy has a collection that any cultured individual would envy, and the more I looked at it, the more I started to think, yeah, I could spend money. So that's pretty much exactly what I did. I bought some 1/7 from 1/8 scale figures for the first time ever. Do I regret it? No. Right, so how about we start with this one right here? Okay, so let's start off with this one right here. This is a 1/7 scale figure of Natsuno Minami from 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, courtesy of Kotobukiya. Now, please forgive me here, guys, because this was the first time I was actually doing a video in this kind of vein. I wanted to shake up the way that I do unboxing videos, so what I did was I did the filming beforehand through my phone, and now I'm basically doing the commentary afterwards. So it's going to be a little bit rough around the edges, and I know you can see my legs there, but don't worry, I'm not filming from my shaft or anything like that. So in terms of what we've got here, we've obviously got the box. Quite a simple box, nothing too crazy or anything like that. I quite like the design as well, like obviously they've cut the 13 into the top and the side like they did there, gives it a little bit of an extra kick to it, so to speak. And this one right here also came with an alternate faceplate, which I didn't actually show. I think it is in the box somewhere or in the package. I can't remember where I put it. But, yeah, drag it out. Honestly, it's quite simple as well to assemble, as you're going to see right here as we're coming up. So, yeah. Had a little bit of trouble opening this one, to be honest. Actually, the third one I had the most trouble with. So there's the figure right there in all its glory, and there's BJ sitting next to her too. Yeah, very cool game, and that's honestly I'm going to be talking about how much I like the game anyway in the general commentary, but in terms of the game itself, yeah, amazing. I did a review on it earlier this year too, so if you want to watch it, you can. Probably one of my favourite games of the year, and Natsuno being one of those 13 protagonists. Yeah, can't really go wrong, baby. So here we go. Take that protection off, and there you go. You have got your figure ready to go. So let's move now on to, well, showcasing the figure in all its glory. Alright, and now that you've seen the box, let's have a look at the figure itself. So as I said before, it's a 1/7 scale figure of Natsuno Minami from 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. And it is a pretty cool figure. I'm quite happy with this one compared to the alternative that was also an Army at the time. I think it was like a 1/4 scale figure of Natsuno again, but I don't know. Look, the face didn't look right, the shading didn't look right, and it cost more. So to be honest, when I looked at that, I thought to myself, man, it reminds me of a porcelain doll. This one just looks much better. I love the pose. Obviously, she's summoning her Sentinel. Now, in terms of assembly, it was really simple. All you had to do, really, was obviously just take it out of the box. Natsuno came affixed to the base anyway. And then BJ himself, now this is probably the only thing that I'm not a big fan of. There's no, like, indentation on the stand or anything like that. BJ just kind of sits there, and it's only gravity that's keeping him from falling off. Now there is a little bit of assembly for BJ. He has these little wings on the side. I think these are like his propellers that he uses when he scouts out positions. And Natsuno as well, you can switch out her hand for that start, which is obviously her summoning her Sentinel. So yeah, very cool figure. And obviously, if you're a fan of 13 Sentinels, I think you're going to get a lot of enjoyment out of this as well. Just be careful when you move it, because obviously BJ will most likely fall off unless you've got the balance of a Saint. Now, price. How much did I actually spend on this? This only came to around about 15,000 yen, which in this current climate is around about £111, I think. I'll put that on screen for you right now, but I actually got this from Kotobukiya, and because I got it from Kotobukiya, who of course were the manufacturers of this, it did cost a little bit more. Like if you wanted to get it off Army, for example, it would be around about 13,000 yen, so about 2,000 less, but On the plus side, like I say, I got that alternate faceplate, so if I really wanted to use it, it's there. And I probably will use it, maybe in the future, but at the moment I'm quite happy with what it looks like right here. So in terms of price, I think it's worth it. You can still get it if you really want to. Like I say, Army, I imagine Solaris have it as well. Kotobukiya may be sold out now, but don't quote me on that, maybe just have a look. But yeah, if you enjoy 13 Sentinels, there you go. Alright, second on the list. This one right here. Okay then, so on to our second figure, and this is Riser by Marvelous Works, a 1/7 scale figure. And it is of course based on her sprite art from Atelier Riser 2. Now obviously I love this game. Great box as well, quite simple. Again, I'd probably say that I prefer the other one, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, a bit more, but you know, this one does what it needs to do. You know, it gives you the images, got everything you pretty much need there. It's colourful, as you would expect from an Atelier game. And yeah, I mean, it's got everything you would really want from it. And quite small as well, to be honest. This one's actually a bit smaller than the 13 Sentinels one, so quite easy to store if you really want to. Now, talking about the Atelier series, obviously there is a new Atelier game coming out next February, I believe. I want to do a small video on that, but it's for Atelier Sophie, which was part of the Mysterious trilogy, so the 3 games before the first Riser game came out. That is now getting a sequel, or well, Atelier's, at least one of them is getting a sequel, so that did surprise me, I must say. I thought it was going to be a third Riser game, but hey, you know, they want to give all of their other Atelier protagonists a bit more love, and I'm all for it. It looks like a pretty good trailer, to be honest, so I can't wait to do a little video on that, and potentially, well, I say potentially, no, I'm definitely going to play it come February, so yeah. And there she is, there's Riser, so let's get her assembled and put on showcase for you guys. Alright, and now that you've seen the box, let's have a look at the figure itself. I quite like this one. I really do like this one. I hope I do, because like it cost me like 20,000 yen, this one. This was actually the most expensive of the 3 I got. Really, really nice. Really easy assembly again. Literally, there's a little indent on the base itself, and Riser's got a small indentation on her foot as well, on her right foot, and then you just literally push it down onto the base. It goes on very easily, and she stands up pretty well despite her quite awkward pose. And then the weapon, or the cane, I believe that is her best weapon. That's the best weapon that she can craft in Atelier Riser 2. You can split it. You can split it in 2. So you kind of slide the handle in, and then you can put the top part on right after it. And that's pretty much it. That's all the assembly. That's all the assembly required. So yeah, really simple to do, and I think it comes out pretty well. I think the only 2 things I'm not a big fan of, the base, first of all. I know what they're going for, because obviously Atelier Riser 2 is based in that capital city, and it's obviously her just going about her daily business. I don't know why she's got a cane out during that part, but she's obviously walking around on the road, and I don't know, it just doesn't look right to me. When I looked at the initial picture of it, I also had a little bit of a concern, and now that I see it, I would have preferred if they kept it like as a, I don't know, even a plain one would have been fine with me, to be honest. I would have been fine with a plain base outside of that, but you know, not too terrible. The other side of it though is her face. Her face doesn't look right to me. It looks a bit, I don't know, too jolly, I think is the word I'm looking for here. Obviously they're trying to replicate her sprite art from Atelier Riser 2, and at certain angles it looks alright, but when you're looking at it face on, it looks, I don't know, a little bit odd. But thankfully the rest of the figure looks excellent. The paint job is brilliant. I can't really see any blemishes or scratches anywhere, which is really good. I think maybe, actually, when I say that, maybe, oh no, that's just a seam on her tights, so fair enough. But everything else about it is brilliant. Really cute, really nice. Great game as well, so if you want to try it out, give it a go. I'd like to think there'll be a 3rd game coming out soon as well, so yeah, I believe that this one you can still buy off Army if you want to, so go ahead if you're a Riser fan. Alright, and last one on the list, we're going back all the way to the origin. East origin, to be specific. Okay, and now on to our final figure, and it is definitely the biggest of the lot. It is a 1/8 scale figure of Fina from Ys Origin, courtesy of Mythos. Now, like I say, guys, this one was easily the biggest. You can easily see that on the camera itself. This comes to around about 40 centimeters in height, despite only being 1/8 scale, whereas the other two are 1/7 scale, but they only come to around about 25 centimeters in height. So this one is fairly large, because obviously the extra, it's not just the goddess herself, there's also the extra bits as well. Now, in terms of the box, I would actually say this is my favourite of the lot. It's obviously completely transparent, but it's got those nice little patterns around it as well. You saw on the back there the wings of the Eldine, and obviously you've got Ys Origin on the top there, both in English and in katakana. You've got your manual right there as well, so let's open this baby up. I did actually have a lot of trouble opening this one, to be fair. The plastic on plastic wasn't really doing me any favours, at least, and it was a bit of a pain to actually put back in as well once I repacked it. But, you know, such is the way it is and stuff like that. There is a little bit of paper in there to help you and guide you when you put it back in, but, yeah, whatever. A small concession, if any. Anyway, you're going to take this baby out. And I was super careful with this one, man, super careful. I could actually smell the paint as it came out as well. And you can see it's well protected, lots of polystyrene on it, lots of delicate parts. So yeah, I wanted to be extra careful. It is well packed in there as well, guys. It did take me a bit of time to, like, take off the plastic on top. But yeah, there's your assembly manual. You'll see that the assembly is really damn easy for this one. It's easier than the other two by far. And there's a little Mythos card there as well. Must admit, man, Mythos did a really good job with this one. I'm going to be expressing that during the commentary on the figure when it's fully complete. But yeah, look at that. There it is. Man, I was so happy when I opened this. I was smiling. Obviously, you can't see my face here, but yeah, I was smiling as I picked this up, and obviously I cradled it like a baby. Carry that baby. Yeah, there it is. Wow. And I mean, you guys, even from there, I hope you guys can get a sense of the scale, but now let's show it to you in all its glory. Okay, so the box was big, and sure enough, the model is big as well. And no doubt, for me, this is the best one of the three. This Fina statue, as I said before, I pre-ordered this around about a year ago, with the help of a guy called Vanished Omens, who basically is an expert on Ys. He managed to get it for a pretty decent price for me as well. In terms of price, I spent 17,000 yen on this. I got it through Momo Toys, I believe. And for me, completely worth it. Ys Origin already has a special place in my heart because it's the first Falcon game that I ever played. It is the first game that really got me involved with the series, with Ys, and then later Trails, of course. And I owe it a lot for that, so the fact that there is something to commemorate that I can really get in physical form is brilliant. In terms of assembly, really simple, probably the most simple of the three. Take the model out, put it somewhere, and then put the pearl on top. Literally, it just nestles into the plastic on the top there, so very simple to do. You don't have to worry about any sort of mishap going on. Now, in terms of the model itself, it is beautiful. Love the detail on the wings in particular. And then obviously this kind of magic coalescing that Venus actually sitting on that holds the Black Pearl as well. Which I believe is the, what is it? It's the artifact or something like that from Ys Origin that contains the demons, I think it is. It's been a while since I played Ys Origin, but yeah. It is regal, it's beautiful, it's everything that I would really want. Now, maybe I'm being a bit greedy here, but it would have been cool to have Rhea as well, Rhea and Fina together, kind of like in that end screen pose, but maybe they could do that going forward, but this is a good second, man, this is a good second. In terms of anything that I really don't like about the figure, nothing. There's nothing I don't like about this figure. For 17,000 yen, I think that's a great deal right there, and I think in some cases, I think I saw it still on sale on Solaris Japan, so yeah, if you do want one, and you're an Ys fan, I would recommend this one, man. It's got so much detail and so much charm, there's loads of care on it as well. I mean, it looks very simple in terms of a paint job, but really it's not. There's great levels of shading, especially on the wings and the hair as well, and like I say, I mean, when I think of a goddess, I think of something like this. This is just brilliant. So, yeah, very happy with this purchase, very happy with all 3 of the purchases, to be honest, and I have got some more pre-orders in the books. I think you guys might have an idea of some of them that are on the pre-order. But naturally, I will share those when I get to it, and if I ever see any more good JRPG figures, I'm sure that Mr. Ken will keep me up to date with that kind of stuff, because he does keep you up to date with the latest releases. Check him out if you want to. If I do get any more, then I will share them with you as well. So, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I enjoyed opening these up, but unfortunately now I'm going to have to put them back in the box, because I just don't have the room to display them at the moment. Yes, I do need to get my own place very soon. But it's kind of a fallacy, because I'm always spending it on stuff like this. Oh well.